Sleep starts on the ground. Stone floors, packed earth, and timber planks formed the base layer of rest for most of human history. This feels illegal today, yet it worked. The surface stayed cool. It stayed dry. It discouraged pests. The body adapts fast. Hips settle. Spine straightens. Pressure spreads wide. Raised sleeping came later, and, for reasons of survival, not comfort. Elevation blocked damp air. It slowed crawling insects. It reduced rot. A simple wooden platform changes sleep temperature by degrees. That difference preserves health. Rope beds look cruel. They were efficient. Taut cordage formed a flexible lattice. The sleeper adjusted tension by weaving tighter. The surface moved with the body. That movement reduced pressure points. It also aired bedding from below. Straw mattresses followed, and honestly, they smelled alive. Fresh straw crackled. It compressed under weight, then rebounded. It insulated against cold floors. It also attracted pests if ignored. Regular turning mattered. Feathers changed everything, and not in the modern way, y'all. Early feather beds, well, they were thin. They just sat atop firm bases. The goal back then was warmth, not sinking in. But, too many feathers would trap moisture, and that led to chills. Wool filled the gap between straw and feather. Wool pads, they resisted flame, which was real important. They wickeded moisture too, and stayed warm, even when they were damp. This was survival logic, plain and simple. Wool compressed slowly and held its shape, which folks really appreciated. Bedding mattered less than layers, honestly. Linen sheets, they breathed and they dried up fast. They even resisted odor, which was a big deal. Cotton came later and changed laundering for folks. Linen against your skin feels cool at first, then it warms up. Blankets stacked with intent, heavy on top, light beneath. That weight anchored warmth, It also calmed movement. This hack still works even today. Structural elements shaped sleep quality. Low ceilings trapped heat, thick walls muted sound. Small windows reduced drafts. Beds sat away from exterior walls, just like folks used to do. Room design followed fire, and hearth placement really mattered. Smoke paths mattered too. Beds stayed out of the smoke cone so folks could breathe easy. Warmth drifted low at night, right where you needed it. Orientation mattered. Heads faced away from doors. This reduced drafts, and it also reduced noise. Doors, well, they leak sound. So the bed was turned 90 degrees. Daily habits locked it in. Feet were washed before bed. Dirt brings cold, but clean skin holds warmth. The sound of a splash could be heard. Back then, clothing doubled as bedding, Nightshirts trapped air, keeping folks warm through the night. Caps were worn to keep heat from escaping the scalp. Honestly, this kind of thing feels illegal now, but it sure does save energy. Sleep timing used to just follow the light. Folks went to bed early, right when it got dark. Waking up came before dawn. This way of living actually lined up with our hormones. But, well, artificial light broke this old rhythm. These days, the same logic still applies more or less. Firm surfaces with just a bit of thin padding, breathable sheets, and weighted layers on top. Keep the room cool, find a quiet spot, and avoid too much softness. That's all there is to it. So, why not try just one change tonight? Lower the mattress firmness, strip off a layer, or add a bit of weight on top. Pay attention to your heat and calm. This knowledge has survived for centuries because, well, it works. If this sharpened your nights, subscribe and share.